Amanda, please don't complicate our lives any more than you have already.
Well, that was Morgan again, telling us yet again how happy she is for us.
You know, I really shouldn't be thinking this tonight when I'm happier than I ever have been in my life, but I wish a little of Morgan's enthusiasm would find its way into Amanda's heart.
Oh, she'll come around in time. You know, if she had someone who loved her as much as Kelly loves Morgan, I think she would have reacted very differently tonight.
Well, that was my last serious thought for the night.
Good.
I would just like to look at you and maybe sit here for a while. Maybe not even talk unless we feel the need to.
All right.
It's rather like being on the deck of a ship that's bound for no special port, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. With no sense of time or space. Oh, I love it here. You know, I'd given up hoping for someone to share my life with when you came along.
I'll give you a wonderful future, Jennifer. I promise. Tomorrow I'll talk to Amanda about giving me a few more days of vacation before I have to think about getting back to Europe, and then I'll bring some things from my apartment over here and just leave a few things there.
Oh, I thought you were going to give up the apartment altogether.
Well, that was the original plan, but I've begun to think about the lease, and I thought, I'll keep it. Use it as an extra office. I don't want to have to bring, you know, extra work over here to the cottage.
All right, would you like me to come with you to help you pack?
Oh, no, that's not really necessary. It's just clothing and a few books. I can take care of that while you're making your official report to the office in Madrid. Mm-hmm. And then we'll get back to the official business of enjoying our honeymoon together.
What are you thinking?
It's just that locket brings back so many memories for me.
All pleasant, I hope.
Most of them. Those that aren't have all been forgotten now that you're wearing it. I'll have all new memories now.
Oh, how will I ever thank you for loving me and convincing me I have a right to such happiness.
I suppose it's too late to go down and congratulate Mark and Jennifer.
The lights just went out in the cottage. I assume they've gone to bed.
Well, I'll speak to them first thing in the morning. And you shouldn't have any trouble patching things up with Mark now, because, well, he'll be willing to meet you more than halfway, I'm sure of that. I've always liked that man. And I must admit, I was surprised when you gave me the news, but I think he'll make your mother a very good husband.
Sorry for being so childish and getting you out in the middle of the night to come all the way out here. It's just that after Alan and Hope left and I was all alone in this house, I needed someone to talk to. I realized that I don't have anyone in this world to turn to except you. No, Morgan has Kelly and Jennifer has Mark now, and I'm so desperately alone. Oh, I'm being childish now, aren't I?
No. Don't feel that way. And you don't have to apologize for calling me and asking me to come over. Can you imagine what it means to a man my age to be needed by someone? And I've been through all this loneliness and desperation that you're going through now. I've known it all too well.
It's hard to understand with all your friends and Vanessa.
Oh, well. Oh, Vanessa loves me, in a way, but she's far too occupied with her own life even to notice that I need her to talk to occasionally, just as you needed me tonight.
Well, I would consider it an honor if you ever called me, needed to talk to me.
Oh, thank you, dear. I shall remember that.
Oh, Henry, I don't know what I'd do without you in the office. All your encouragement and trying to guide me to make the right decisions.
Well, I'll do what I can to help you with this problem with Mark. But it's going to work out. Because you two have something in common. You both love Jennifer. That's a big bond.
Well, I'm sorry, Harry, but that was his message, and then he ran out before I could stop him.
Well, maybe he did the right thing.
Oh, no, I don't think so. In fact, I think you should follow him and find him so that it doesn't get any worse.
No, I think that'd be the wrong move right now.
Hillary, I saw Derek leave a little while ago. He looked kind of upset about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say goodnight. Thanks again.
Hey, what's the matter?
No, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Why don't you just let them work it
Because
out?
I'm not going to let her leave here like that.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
Hillary, what's the matter?
I'm sorry. I don't want to upset anybody else.
You didn't upset anybody, but I couldn't let you leave like that. Look, if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay, but can I drive you home at least?
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to do that. Derek was every inch a gentleman. He left me some money for a taxi with Vanessa.
I hate seeing you upset like this. Listen, I want to help you. You hear me? You got to let me, okay? It's important to me. Please?
Hi. It was so busy in the hideout tonight, I had to miss most of Bertie Higgins' songs, but I did catch a few of them at the door. Is something wrong?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna go meet Bertie.
Your eyes look into mine and melt my soul away. The gentleness that is you.
Hello, this is Vanessa Chamberlain.
The times we spent.
Yes, I know that Mr. Reardon reported here for work at 8 o'clock, but that is not the kind of information that I'm paying you to get. Now, look, he may be leaving here earlier than scheduled tonight, and I want your man on his toes because I want a detailed report of where he goes and what he does and how long he stays. All right?
Vanessa, excuse me, I don't want to interrupt your phone call, but do you mind if I cut out a little bit early? Hillary's really upset, and I don't want her to leave alone.
Oh, well, Tony, I think you should tell Derek and let him take care of it.
I don't want to get involved in all that. Is it okay if I just leave now?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, Bertie Higgins stopped by to have a drink, especially with us now, and you're the manager of the place, and
Josh can take care of that. I mean, he'd be happier playing big shot all by himself anyways, eh?
What about what would make me happy? Or don't you consider that?
Yes, I consider that, Vanessa, but come on, I don't ask that many favors of you, and it's really important to be able to leave now, okay?
All right. But when you get Hillary back to Derek's, why don't you come back and join the party? Or if you like, I can join you at your place later.
You know, I'm really kind of beat tonight. How about if we take a rain check, okay? I'll see you.
Bart, sorry, look, Mr. Reardon is just leaving now with a young woman, so I hope your man is on his toes. I want to report as soon as Mr. Reardon gets back to his place, and I want you to call me yourself after your man reports in, no matter how late it is. You got that? Uh-huh. Good. Goodbye. Mr. Higgins, I just wanted to tell you how wonderful I thought your music was tonight.
Thank you, Miss Chamberlain. Thank you very much. I was just telling Josh and Brad here what a terrific setup you have. Great.
Thank you. We're very, very proud of it.
So where's Tony?
Oh, dear. Tony had an emergency, and he wanted me to tell you that he's very, very sorry, and he's also very grateful that you could stop by and be with us.
I truly enjoyed it. In fact, I'll come by anytime. And looks like to me you've got a hell of a career going. In fact, earlier I was up in the dressing room and going over a few songs, and I found one I truly enjoy and would love to record. I'd like to get to it before the sour grapes can do it or anybody else.
Oh, great. That's really exciting.
That is really exciting. It's not going to be long now before I'll be able to give up working for HB and Billy and just manage Floyd's career here.
Don't let Amanda hear you talking like that.
I think Amanda's going to be a little too preoccupied to hear much of anything for a while.
What does that mean?
Well, I just talked to Morgan a little earlier, and she tells me that Jennifer and Mark have returned from Paris as man and wife.
Here you go. Watch this.
Thanks. Thanks for asking me over here so we could talk. I couldn't have gone straight home to bed after what happened. Would have asked you over to Katie's, but she's got to get up early for that christening.
Well, I'm just glad I had a place to take you to. It's not much, but it beats...
Come on, don't apologize for it. Or anything else. Tony, you are one of the kindest, most giving men I've ever met, and I'm always going to be grateful for you being here tonight.
Would it help to talk about it some?
Oh, I don't know. Everything is so muddled in my head. All the problems I thought we were going to solve by living apart just seem magnified, and I'm just making Derek so insecure. Oh, I shouldn't be talking about him. He's such a good person. He really is. And lately, I have just seen him doing these things and saying these things, and they're so out of character for him. And I know I'm the one. I'm bringing out that side of his personality, and if I'm not doing him any favors.
Well, you can't do this. You can't do this. You see, I mean, there's two in a relationship, right? You can't put this whole thing on yourself.
I just wish that we could have come to some sort of civilized conclusion like you and Katie did. Instead, things have gotten so messy.
But now you're talking about comparing apples and oranges. Look, I'm not much of a thinker and didn't have any education. But I think I can see this thing a little more clearly because I'm not involved, you know? Katie and I broke up because we thought the feelings we had weren't strong enough to build anything permanent on, and we didn't want to miss the real thing when it came along. From what I saw from Derek tonight and what I'm getting from you right now, there's a lot of feeling invested in this thing. That's why it hurts so much.
Why do you always put yourself down? Why did you just preface that by saying that you weren't a great thinker or you didn't have a good education?
Because it's true.
But don't you see what you said made perfect sense? It takes somebody sensitive and intelligent to see that.
Well, I've never been accused of either one of those before.
Well, I'm accusing you right now. Tony, somebody's got to make you see you have an abundance of those qualities.
Keep talking like that, I'm going to get my head swelled.
Or maybe I'm just feeling guilty because I've made Derek feel like so much less than what he is because of my problems. Figure I'll balance the scales a little bit if I can make you see who you really are.
I never saw a crowd like the one we had in here tonight clear out so fast.
Well, I am glad they did. We can close up early. It's been a long, hard night. Did Vanessa go back to Tony's office?
Yeah, she's been in there ever since I gave her the news about Jennifer and Mark. I bet poor Henry's getting an earful on the telephone right about now.
You know, she was in a strange mood before you told her that, though.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. So were the reasons.
What do you mean?
No, I don't want to talk about it. You're just going to get upset again.
What, Tony and Vanessa?
Hey, I don't want to talk about it, Trish.
Well, you're going to have to talk about it.
Sorry.
No, come on, no secrets.
No, come on. I don't want to upset you. Okay, I'll tell you something. Tony was paying a lot of attention to a lot of different women tonight, Hillary Bauer in particular, and I saw Vanessa standing there watching the whole thing, getting angrier and angrier as the night went on. And finally, Tony said something to her, and before I knew it, he had left, you know, and he hasn't been back since then.
Well, Vanessa told me that he had some sort of an emergency.
No. I think he left because he wanted to go at the same time Hillary did. Either that or he just wanted to avoid Vanessa's anger.
Well, I hope you're wrong about that, because that's going to create a lot of tension between them. We don't need that in working relationships around here.
That's Vanessa's pattern, though, Trish. She does it all the time at Spaulding Enterprise. I bet she's going to be giving Jennifer a hard time now because she's married to Mark. Because when Mark first got here to Springfield, Vanessa was the one who wanted to be Mrs. Evans. Listen, I think I'm going to avoid Vanessa's anger and just get out of here.
Okay.
I'm going to say bye, good night.
Okay.